Friends talk. Friends are open. My friends are people that I can say anything around. I mean, you know the level of a friendship by how comfortable you are talking to a person. If you're new friends with a person, you're pretty cordial and you're pretty careful. But the more the friendship develops, you get to a point where you can pretty much say anything. But your very best friend is the person where you can say anything. And you know that you're safe and that you know that you're comfortable. Well, first of all, it means being real. Being real. But the second thing is creating a safe atmosphere for your spouse to be real. And that is, I want you to know that first of all, I'll respect what you say. Even if I don't understand it, I'll respect it. I won't make quick judgments of what you're saying. I won't punish it or tell people what you've said. I'm not going to take what you've said outside this house. If I get mad, I'm not going to tell my mother. I'm not going to tell my best friend. I am your safe place, and you can be completely real around me. And listen to this one, I'm not going to be religious with you. Okay, the thing I like about God is not religious. God's very spiritual, but religion is plastic. Religion is just, putting on a face that isn't real. Jesus said the Pharisees were religious, but Jesus was real. He was born in an animal feeding trough. He lived just like we lived. His family was just like our families. He came and lived on the earth, just the way we do. And when Jesus had something to say, he didn't say it in religious terms. He just said it. And he turned to his disciples and he says, you're my friends. He said, servants don't know the thoughts of their master, but you're not just my servants. You're my friends. I've told you everything that's on my heart. And so in marriage, it means that we're friends with our spouse. So let me talk about being religious for just a minute, being insensitive. Women struggle with things that men don't struggle with, and men struggle with things that women don't struggle with. Now, if you have a man friend or a woman friend, when you get together, you can completely understand each other typically. But still the same dynamic doesn't occur that occurs in marriage where you're married to your best friend, but we're different. So when we're sharing with each other open-heartedly, we're talking about frailties and weaknesses and the way we feel and anger and vulnerability and lust and sexual temptation. And I'm not talking about sin. I'm not talking about being graphic or inappropriate. I'm just saying being real means being real. It means being human and exposing the inner sanctum to another person, not to every person, but in marriage, you're only going to be intimate to the degree that you're able to be real around each other. Being religious means this. It's acting as though you've never experienced that, or acting like somehow that you're above that. Is that I don't like religious people. I'm just telling you right now, I don't like them. I'm uncomfortable around them. I don't trust them. And religious people are always trying to put on a pretense as though they don't get angry. They don't experience those problems. They're not tempted sexually or things like that. I'm just saying this, we are human beings and we are all more frail than we would want to admit. What keeps me from committing sin is having a safe place to go where I can talk about my problems. You need to be the safest place that your spouse can come to talk. I don't want you to call your friends first. I don't want you to have to go to someone else to talk to them because you can't come talk to me. I want to be your safe place. Remember Proverbs 17:17. A friend loves at all times and a brother is born for adversity. But here's Hebrews 4. We do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but was in all points tempted as we are, yet without sin. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. Jesus is my very best friend, period. He's my best friend. You know what I love about Jesus? He's not religious. He's gracious. His throne is a throne of grace. And never have I gone to pray before Jesus and said something to Jesus and he says back to me, I don't want to hear that anymore. I don't want you to talk to me about that. I've never thought that thought before. He was tempted in all manner like us, yet without sin. You know what that means? When we go to Jesus and we tell him what we're really thinking and feeling, that's what prayer ought to be. Prayer shouldn't be this religious thing that we do with God. Prayer should be opening our heart and talking about truthful things to God. Many times when I'm praying, here's the way I pray. I wake up and I sit before God and I say, Lord, I want to say some things to you this morning that I know you know they're on my heart, but I want you to know that I know that they're on my heart, and I'm going to talk to you about how I really feel. And I tell him everything I'm tempted with, everything I'm feeling, the insecurities, the concerns I have about him, Everything. It's there anyway. And never have I done that where Jesus comes back and says, ooh, I've never thought that before. I can't believe you say that. Oh my gosh. When I pray to Jesus, here's what I hear back. I totally understand. It's a throne of mercy. Aren't you glad we have that kind of God? He's my safest place. And when Karen comes to talk to me, sometimes she doesn't want to get fixed. You know, men sometimes we want to fix it or give it a solution or give it an answer. And I learned the hard way not to do that, not because I was smart. I just learned the hard way. And so Karen sometimes will sit down and talk to me and she'll say, I don't want a solution. I just want you to listen. So here's what she wants from me. She wants me to be attentive. She doesn't want me to make judgments on what she's saying. Sometimes we get awkward when people are sharing and we try to solve things too quickly. When people die, you know, and you go into a grief situation, which I've been many times being a pastor, and people many times say, I feel so awkward when I go into a circumstance where people have died or they're suffering and I don't know what to say. Did you know in most cases there really is nothing to say except I love you and I'm here for you. Is there anything I can do? You don't have to give them a theology lesson. You don't have to give some solution to take away their grief because they're going to grieve for a long time anyway. But what matters most in a time of need is just having someone say to you, I love you and I'm here. And if I can do anything at all, I want you to know I'm here. And it's the companionship that matters. When your spouse is going through a difficult time and you become their safe place, you become the place they're coming to talk to, a place of refuge. What makes you a safe place is the fact that you care. I don't have all the solutions, sweetheart. I want to, but I want you to know I'm here. And if there's anything that I can do, I care very much. That's what I love about Jesus. That's what I love about Karen, is they're my safe place. We hope that you're being blessed by this program, but we're able to come to you because we have a group of people that support us financially every month, and they're called our Rock Solid Partners. They literally are the financial backbone of this ministry. Thousands of people across America who give to us every month, and we have several different levels that you can give at, and for that you get a special resource that we only give to our partners, and it's called our Dream Marriage Library. We produce it specially every month. Karen and I produce this. It's the best of my teachings. It's the best of our seminars. It's the best of what we have that comes, first of all, to our Rock Solid Partners. And so we want you to be a Rock Solid Partner. And for that, we're going to bless you with this special resource. Here's how you can be a partner.
Take a stand for your marriage and become a rock-solid partner today. Join at the $14 level and you'll receive online access to the Dream Marriage Library with a new message each month. At the $28 level, you'll also receive each month's lesson on CD and DVD. And join at the $56 per month level and we'll add exclusive partner perks, including invitation-only access to live phone seminars and exclusive Marriage Today events. Become a rock-solid partner today. Thank you for joining us. Partner with Marriage Today and receive the series, Our Secret Paradise. Marriage Today's latest book, Happy, Happy Love, will supercharge your marriage with practical tips, wisdom, and inspiration for every stage of marriage. Visit happylovebook.com. Follow your interests and get social by connecting with Jimmy and Karen and the Ministry of Marriage Today on Twitter. And don't forget, become a rock-solid partner and receive the Dream Marriage Library. There's a rock-solid partner level to fit every need.